G'day everyone. Bit of a little special episode due to a bit of secrecy going on around in the Facebook world, a bit of mysterious activity, you'd say. You might have seen a lot of these posts going up about this mining select venture. Bit of you'd say Mark Bowden 2.0, the refresh. Everyone's like, what's he up to? What are you up to, Bowdo? I don't know what it is, but I want in.
Yeah.
Without anyone knowing what it is. So I thought, why not, Bowdo? I think it was time to unveil the mystery. Welcome, by the way.
Yeah, it's good to be back.
Thanks for having me at my pending second home.
Yeah.
Based on if my performance targets get met, I might get an
And
induction into the family.
At that stage, we'll submit the paperwork.
Matthew Michael Bowden. Yeah, no, that might work.
Yeah.
You'd make me put it before Michael, knowing your authority.
100%.
Mate, so Mining Select, that is the venture. Everyone knows the name. They've seen the posts going up. You'd say it's going to be a bit of a shake-up in the industry in the recruitment world. And we thought we'd unveil today what it actually is, where the idea come from, and who's involved.
Yeah.
And I'm not doing this for free.
No.
I am involved.
No, well, we can start with that. Like the founding shareholders involves myself and Mia, I suppose. And then it involves my three daughters, Taylor, Chelsea, and Georgie. Obviously yourself. Jason, he's bringing the software technical side to the party. And then, I think we're going to keep one shareholder under wraps for a little bit. And
for 20 minutes or so, where that shareholder is dialing in.
Yeah, right. That'll be an interesting part. So, as it stands at the moment, like we've gone for the diversity, the 50-50.
Helps when you had three daughters.
Yeah, that does. When I can put a spout on any, but that's helped with the diversity. Obviously the girls were part of the original idea. Some, started off as a bit of humour, really, sitting around a table. Obviously, in the recruitment, Taylor worked in recruitment with me. She could see a few things, and obviously with what they get up to in their private lives. Mentioned a couple of different platforms, however you want to sort of.
Which daughter are you speaking about specifically? I reckon I could narrow it down to one, maybe.
No, I think we'll leave that part anonymous, I suppose. I think maybe all three.
The mystery begins.
Yeah, but it sort of kicked off from there. So and as a dad, with the girls, I wanted to give them a little bit of knowledge on business. So started off that maybe we do something and kick a business off like this, and I wasn't expecting to pump the capital into it that is going in now. But it'd be good to take them through the journey of running and managing a business. Obviously, we needed to sound out other people with their idea. That's where yourself come in, Jace with the technical side.
And Mr. Anonymous. Oh, mate, this guy, we'll give a bit of a prelude. He's going to be dialing in once he wakes up. There's a bit of a hint.
Yeah.
He's going to bring a lot to the table.
Yeah.
And I think, as you said, he's a bit of an East Coast presence.
Yeah, I think it could.
He's an Australia-wide presence.
Could go down as one of my best recruitment coups so far. To tack him on, but no, he brings the what we're looking for in the group, and everyone in the group, and that's someone that does things for the right reasons. Say too much more, it'll give it away. I think.
Right, before we get into what Mining Select is, what it's going to be it is for the recruitment industry.
Yeah, that is. And then look, first I would say, it's not me employing people again. That's what a lot of it at the start. Everyone getting back in touch. When can I start? When can I start? And not this time around.
Yeah. So right, how'd the idea come about? These long table conversations with the family.
Yeah.
And extended family.
Yeah. No, honestly, it started off with just, back in Bowden Select days and conversations about recruitment and a couple of beers and red wines in it. And then the next minute, a dating app's being brought into it. And we sort of had a bit of a giggle about it, but how good would that be? Then over the years, like it's probably, 5 or 6 years ago, the first part of it was brought up. And sort of just started from there, built momentum from there. And then once we got serious at the start of the year, it was, well, maybe there's something here. And obviously, like for the girls to bring them into a business, we decided to, chuck the idea outside our circle a little bit more. That's where the conversation started with yourself. Yeah, and then, when it come to the aspects of software and stuff, that's out of my league. So Jason comes into it from that point. But yeah, it's been a fair road just to get to that initial, do we have something?
Did you? But there must have been something that really clicked in terms of a gap in the market for recruitment, or maybe possibly a better way to do things that would add more value to both the employers and the employees. Yeah. That sort of goes away from the traditional means of job posts and recruitment that we've just, I guess, considered as what the norm is.
Yeah, there was, and everyone keeps doing the same thing, get the same result. I think we needed something different. From the client employer side of things, something to make the process more succinct, to flow a little bit better, to speed the market's obviously a big thing in the way the market sits at the moment. So that was one sort of element of it. The other was, a lot of people, workers in that not knowing how to promote themselves. That's why they would use a lot of third party, and even at Bowden Select where, I'd be that link. And some of that is to cut that link out, and let people deal directly. You might know who in the zoo at one company, but you don't know at the next. So really it is to make it a bit more tangible and bring it in together for both sides to make it, more cost effective for the companies, a quicker process for all involved. And I think that's where the difference will come. And again, promotion of your own career, really.
And I think it's bringing back the power of an individual dealing directly with an employer, sort of not requiring as much a third party in between, like given the, because, the hardest thing you would have known is like the database you build up over so many years and the contacts. That's a lot of time and sweat that goes into that.
Yeah.
But having the interface where they can just chat directly, sort it out, be a bit of a connector.
Yeah.
And then, because the whole goal is making sure employees get good coin, the employers can give them good coin without having to pay overs for shitloads of job posts.
Yeah, well, that person's in their salary cap, basically. And that's one part of it. Like a lot of it, you talking to a lot of people out on the sites and that I catch up with on a regular basis. Some of them, they submitted a CV elsewhere 5 years ago. They were service crew. They now, managed to be one of these overpaid jumbo operators, but they're still getting calls and for their service crew CV that's 5 years old. It puts them off. There's other platforms and that there where they update something and then the whole world knows. The company that they work for knows that they're not happy. In some aspects that creates the opportunity to have a conversation. But this year will be a lot more closed off. It'll be a lot more personal and a lot more direct.
I think all right, let's get into what it is.
Yep.
Let's start. I guess there's going to be a couple of different interfaces. You're going to have the employer side and the employee side.
Yep.
And then there'll be the back end side, which will be driving us bloody nuts, no doubt. Yeah, not you. You were
Yeah.
you bloody palm that off to someone else
Someone
with
that
a
is-
bit
yeah, a bit
younger
of
and in a
delegation will
different
happen there.
generation.
Yeah.
Let's start with the employee side because it got highlighted not long ago when there was that from one of the competitors in the recruitment industry. You'd say one of the OGs of job posts that put up a description
Yeah.
of what the role of a jumbo operator is and what you're required to be one.
Yeah.
I think one key thing that stood out, you have to have finished year 12. And
That's what cracked me up. Like
a lot of the best jumbo operators I've seen dropped out when they were 15.
Yeah, and they still can't count to 12. So this is the sort of platforms. Companies are spending a hell of a lot of money, and
How much?
some of them in excess of $1 million.
$1 million bucks a year.
$1 million a year to post their job ads. And that's the sort of stuff that people are reading on their career pages and that. Like to me, the mining industry is the mining industry. Like this is going to cover obviously underground. That's our bread and butter, but it's also going to involve open pit mining as well, and it will cover from your mine manager right through your white collar right through to your entry level.
GOs, engineers, surveyors, bloody everything.
So you create that, it'll be a lot more cost effective. And I'd like to think, like if a company can start to make some substantial savings, on their posting of jobs, the whole recruitment process, that maybe that just flows into other departments, whether it's training, maybe even wages to a point.
Or profit.
Shareholders, can't forget the shareholders.
Yeah, well, okay, so the employee side, so we'll talk about the employee side, the employer side, and then final how the employers interact with the employees and vice versa. So let's go through the employee side. What's it going to look like? Let's go to the first step. So it's going to be an app. It's like
it's got the app. It's web based and it will have the app and that, so you can run it from your phone. And from the employee side, you'll set up your profile.
And what's a profile look like?
Your profile, like you set it up with what you want, basically. So if you're a jumbo operator, it starts off, jumbo operator, X amount of years experience. And then what you're looking for, is it I want a 2-and-2 roster, I want $2,000 a shift. I want to be part of the God Squad. Do you have a gym? Must have a gym. Those real bullet points of what will entice you to take a job. So basically to promote yourself, we'll start to give out examples on how to create a profile and what a profile should look. And look, I think one of the things that we tossed around and what we put in there is, a profile, when you register it, it's got to go in your name and that, so we know who you are. But from anyone else, and bear in mind that other employees can't see other employees' profiles, it's only the companies. So again, when you do your profile, you'll attach your primary skill. So if it's a jumbo job that you're looking for, you'll only receive those jobs that suit that skill set. So you only get jobs of the jumbo. And then when the employers will get to see, right, this is a list of jumbo operators and their profiles. That profile at that stage can be, I can't say that other anonymity word, is it?
Anonymity.
Anonymity.
Nearly. It's like, remember Finding Nemo when he's like, anonymity.
That's right. And you're seeing a bit on even the Facebook and that these days, a lot of anonymous posts, right? So you can be Jumbo Jim, or if you're happy enough to run your own name, you run your own name. But you can come up with Driller Dave, whatever it may be. And the companies will see what you're looking for and whether one they can afford someone of your rate, and then few might learn the hard way that they've outpriced themselves. But at that stage, you can be anonymous. It's not until you apply for a job or respond to a message or you outward send that your real profile name comes up. So that being, if you're working for one company and they're advertising jobs, you can see those jobs, but they can't see, until you respond to them, if that's the way you want to play it. And there will be some people that would, because again, on the current platforms and that, you update something, every company's got access to that. Every company's got access. So I got the shits on, update my CV, bang, next minute my phone's ringing, from every man and a dog. Not knowing what I want other than I've updated my CV.
Yeah.
So this here is a little bit more private. I suppose you can promote yourself how you see yourself. At the end of the day, you still have to send a CV at some point and turn up and do the job. But that's probably the main aspect from the employee side. You'll also have that traffic light system, I suppose, in it as well, where if you're not working and you can start tomorrow, you'll have the old green profile. If you're working somewhere and you're a jumbo operator and you're being back on the bogger because they don't have the opportunity there, you can have the old amber because you're looking for an opportunity.
Open to new gigs.
Yeah, and then the option to be red. I'm just here checking out what the market's doing. And I think that some of it as well, a bit more of rates having to be put in jobs, and we'll be able to grab some data out and say to the market, this is what the average jumbo operator or the average fitter, this is what they're looking for now. And that will even help the employee side to come up with, well, maybe I'm fucking dreaming, or maybe I'm underselling myself.
Right. So that sums up the employee, what they're going to put in at the start, and then we'll go into after that how they'll find jobs and interact with the employers. But I guess what's the employer side look like?
Oh, so the employer side,
you can't sum that up in one sentence.
No. So again, they'll have their company page with an option to whatever they want to, and I think it's critical. I don't know if we mentioned it before, but for a company to get a profile page and be on the platform and the app, that it's 85% full-time employment. But so the companies will have their profile page, what they're about and that, and even to the point through to different sites or whatever. Then they'll have their own their recruiters will have their profile. Then a couple of we're going to encourage companies to have some of their key hiring managers with the profiles as well. So if you've got the project manager and he's that type that likes to communicate and let people know what his site's and that about. The employees will have options for a job, maybe no job there, but they want to know what the site's about, what gear.
Messaging capability.
Yeah, it's got that direct messaging sort of capabilities through there. The companies then, once they've got their profile set up, their company page and then their profiles of their recruiters and their hiring managers, they'll advertise the job. Again, if we stick with the jumbo, they'll skill it as a jumbo, so they'll only go to that list. They'll then get to be able to see the list of jumbo operators through flick through their profiles, again, be able to quickly see whether, one, they've got the right roster for them or the right state even, and the money. So that'll be the process for them. They should make it a quicker for the recruitment process again. The amount of recruiters they actually need. So from that aspect, and then even for the entry level jobs, they can advertise them. They will go. As a company, you advertise on some of the other platforms. Even for a jumbo operator's job, you might get 200 applicants. Of those 200 applicants, there's only 2 that have the skill set to do the job. So you got to trawl through the CVs, trawl through all the applications to find basically the needle in the haystack. That'll remove that. It'll only go directly to those who have got their skill set. And yet, look, with the devil's advocate, there will be some that bullshit their profile, but it'll be pretty easy. They'll have the option to report profiles like that, and we can remove them in that sense. So,
and probably heading towards a profile verification system to actually get everyone verified that they've got references, they've got a police check, they've got the experience.
Well, I think even in the verification side, when we first kicked that off, because again, for the employees, it's free to sign up. And it'll always be free for a basic profile. Like down the track, in version 2 or 3, I think we've got it booked in for that the verification, and that'd be like, again, we verified what they're saying is correct. They are a jump operator or they are a fitter, and and then we can take it to further steps where they're pretty much what a recruitment team does is already done. That's not going to be there straight up, but it is in the pipeline to tack on pretty quickly.
Right. So to sum it up, you got the employees create a profile.
Yep.
Consider it like you're on a dating app. This is what I'm after. This is the skills I've got. This is the roster I want. This is the pay I want. I want FIFO and I live here.
Yep.
Then you got the employers. They've got their account set up. They start putting job posts out for what they're chasing.
Yep.
Let's talk about how the actual employers and employees interact to then make a match, you'd say. So probably from the employee side to start, what are they going to view once they've got their profile up?
For one, their phone's not going to be ringing during the day on night shift, which seems to be a big problem these days, especially fitters and that tell me, no, phone's off because phone rings all day long. They'll be able to go through once they open the app, or if they want to go via the web, they can go that way. And the jobs that have been posted for the day will be matched up for them.
Based on their skill set.
Yeah, based on their skill set. Then they can quickly flick through. Again, we're going to encourage more that let's put rates in there. Why muck around? If you're not paying something, why bugger around with that? Yep. Again, it's going to be up to the employers who want to do that, some that won't. But yeah, you should be able to have a quick look at, flick through, 20 jobs all in under a minute.
Yeah. And I think it's that whole, what we're trying to incorporate to, make it fun and exciting is that the first thing you'll see in the app is the jobs that match your skill set. And she's either a swipe left or swipe right.
I think if you want to
flick
keep
it over
one
there,
or
if you don't want it, flick it
something.
over there
Yeah.
if you do like it. And then the ones you do like, the employers with those jobs get notified that you've liked the job. So you're matched as a potential.
Yeah.
And then that then opens up the line of communication with the messaging feature. Like, hey, so you like the job. What do you want to know?
Yeah.
Or they can message the employer straight up saying, yep, keen on the job, whatever. But as you said, cuts out the other 90% of irrelevant CVs that you get through.
Yeah. Oh, look, and with it being just like job specific, it also, on the other platforms, the salesmen that come in and fill your inbox and your messenger up for something totally irrelevant. This is all just what you're looking for is what will come your way.
And I think another key thing's the cutting out the international applications that, as you said, like there's one aspect of people that don't have the experience, but then there's the influx of CVs that you get from overseas and hounded and everything. Like and the V1 is going to be Australian only.
Yeah, well, again, I think like Australian only. Like there will be opportunity for some of the companies that do international work and they want the Australian expats to go directly to them as well. But again, it comes into that same thing I said before with you put a jumbo job up. You've got the bloke from Coles who's pushing a trolley. Yeah, that sounds like a good job.
I finished year 12. I can be a jumbo operator.
I can even count to 12. As one of the components for it. But then you're taking it the international side, and look, why there's different avenues for certain skill sets to come across. A lot of time we can't help them. but they fill that application list up, and you got to filter through it. So again, on the recruitment side, it's going to knock a hell of a lot of time off finding those needles in the haystack. Like, again, you're not going to get the responses that you were getting elsewhere, where there might be 100 applications, but they're going to be more direct applications. I think, which is, for some of the bigger companies, rather than having their recruiter sift through the hay to find a needle, the needles are going to stick out.
Yeah.
So again, that sort of self-explanatory. The amount of recruiters they maybe need will become less.
Yeah. And I suppose being able to just nothing worse than long email chains back and forth of and I suppose how we've designed it to try and make it as easy as possible. You would have known yourself, like when you're dealing with hundreds and even thousands of applicants across a lot of different skill sets. Just flicking through emails, have I messaged this person before? What was my last dealing with them? This way is having that direct messaging capability on the app, on Mining Select. Then you can look at your historical conversations easily. If you've talked for, it could have been 2 years ago. Not that that's going to happen 2 years down the road.
Yeah.
But you know easily what you've talked about before. This person was chasing this.
Yeah.
And it's just such a more efficient means to actually deal with people.
Yeah, and it also gives you that, it's just in that one spot, like everyone can jump to a different web page or, check out this company or whatever. And like you say, to try and keep everything in one spot, especially with your messaging, that there might be a certain recruiter that you've spoken to at one of the companies and, it wasn't quite a match, I suppose, at that stage, but your circumstances changed. You can go back through, see what you've said, what they've said. All just in that one spot.
And I think it's going to be, and more to allow the foremen and project managers and the like, the ones that want to, especially on sites where they're like, I want to do the recruiting. I don't want HR doing it for me.
Yeah.
I want to do it myself. They've just got that instant means of communication via message. Everyone's on Facebook Messenger flat out anyway. And then you're like, locked in, send your stuff here, and half the stuff will be uploaded on their, most of the stuff will be uploaded on their profile already.
Yep.
And then bang, like in terms of execution speed on employing someone, we're hoping to streamline that.
Yeah, I don't, not so much hope. I think, look, it's going to streamline. No, I don't have any doubts about that. Bringing back a bit of the old style where, the foreman and that, that they're involved from the start. I like that. Someone like for myself, like my generation, that's how we done it. Like some of the project managers, foremen or whatever still have a big role to play in that. And under the current way that most companies do it, that could be a 2 or 3 day process before it gets to them. This year, it can be straight away.
Yeah.
So I have no doubt it's going to streamline the process.
So pretty much, if you're, I think we're nearly ready to unveil the mystery, Bowden. We've talked about this mysterious shareholder.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I think we can't keep everyone on the hook for too long.
No.
But he's worth the wait.
Oh, 100%.
If it wasn't for him, we'd be in the 60% female. So he's this guy was not only the key to the 50-50 diversity to bring it back in. We didn't bring it back in our favour a little bit. He's bringing a lot more to the table.
Absolutely.
We'll get him on the line. We've got to chuck the headphones on and shit, and we'll give him a ring.
All right.
He better bloody pick up, because that'd be this is a bit of a shareholder test, huh?
Yeah. Commitment. Oh, it's ringing.
It's ringing.
Hello.
G'day.
Oh, mate. Now, everyone that's listening, we have kept this person anonymous so far throughout the episode to create the suspense. We've given a few hints. And we've just got a hello so far. Please unveil yourself to the listeners, Mr. Anonymous.
It's Posy here from Dirty Hull Designs. How are we all
Posy! Oh, mate. Oh, we should have created a bit of a bet or something, a little raffle, so one
going?
and guess
We're
it.
gonna raise some money.
I think it was bloody easy. What's going on, mate?
Posy going straight back to raising money.
The philanthropist in me comes out.
What's going on, mate? You're on night shift.
Yeah, just woke up. Bloody night shifts for bloody prostitutes and criminals, I reckon. Not for me.
And you, with your ADD diagnosis, wouldn't sleep too good on night shift, I wouldn't imagine.
Nah, you got to lay down and go to sleep. Doesn't work. Brain doesn't stop. Especially when you're working on new projects.
Righto, mate. We've been teasing everyone so far about yourself. For people that don't know, you did give a bit of a brief, but actually everyone knows him. Like anyone that's listened to this knows him.
It's like you've bought any underground side. Yeah.
If you've bought any mental health fundraiser shirt in your history, it's come from this bloke. You're a bloody absolute legend of the industry, Pos. Mate, why have we got you on the phone? How did this, I guess, attract your attention, this little scheme we got going?
Well, I'd seen a few little hints on coming up on social media, and I'm thinking, man, this has got Bowden's logo all over it. I don't know what this is, but I want to be part of it. So then we had Mark give me a call and say, I've got this little side venture going, and I want you to be part of it. And how could I resist? But I jumped straight at it.
I've said earlier on, Posy, I think probably one of the recruitment crews of my career.
Yeah, I was absolutely flattered. I mean, who have we got there? We got everyone, or just you, just Bardo
just us two. The engine room was and ahhing if they were going to come on. We were going to unveil them at a later point. I think your interest with Bowdo really perked up once he mentioned the E word, didn't he?
The E word?
The E word, equity.
Equity, yes. Well, I think it was mentioned pretty early. Bowdo said, "Do we talk figures? Because that's how you get a jump operator. It's attention." So are we that bad, are we?
Yeah, it might be a few more years on, but it takes one to know one, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's right. We're all cut from the same cloth, that one.
Yeah, I don't know. I think football was critical for me, Pos, not just your standing in the community and industry, but just having that person on the East Coast and your connections and that over there for us stuck over here on the other side of the country. That was critical. And I wasn't sure when I made the call and teed it up with you how it was gonna fall, but like I say, Dad, you as part of the team, mate, was bloody gold.
Oh, I'm absolutely flattered. I mean, when the way you pitched it to me, getting to work with the team that you guys have locked down for this. I mean, that's pretty rare to work with such a fine group of people, talented people who are respected so much in the industry. To put my name to that, well, it was a no-brainer.
Yeah. And what about the idea, Pos? What sort of drew you when you, as you said, when you first saw what the concept was, what Mining Select is? We've gone through it in a lot of detail in the episodes so far, but I guess what really stood out to you about, shit, this is going to be cool?
Well, most of the advertisement you see is just, to me, looks like something a dull bludge is going through and clicking on to say that they've tried out for a job so they can get their paycheck. It didn't seem like it really worked in real world. It looked like a waste of money. And when I saw the concept, I thought, this is going to eliminate 90% of the bullshit. And if I was advertising and looking for the perfect person for a job, then this is where I'd be going to. And then on the other side of it, applying for jobs and being able to run through it and pick the things that are important to you and discuss that over a quick chat, and know that I'm not going to waste any time on this one, because then I'm going to offer what I need to. I'm not going to have to set up interviews, do medicals and stuff before I'm talking about the things that are important to me. So, yeah, the fundamentals of it were just they blew me away.
Yeah, I think for, happily married blokes like ourselves, mate, we've never been able to swipe left or right or whatever it is. And,
Maybe that was it. Remember,
maybe,
finally get
boys,
to do it.
create our own profile. So, I chucked the one up the other day, with a photo of me probably when I was 22, I think, on the jumbo up at Crusader in Leinster, and still put my real age of 51. Geez, mate, they got some hits.
Jennifer didn't like that.
No. There was a few haters in that, but look, I think we take more benefit from the haters than the people on board. But I think from us coming from that industry background, Pos, and then your input to what you thought and what you've done since you've come on board, mate. You bring in the enthusiasm, you bring excitement. And a reputation that fits the rest, I think.
Oh, that's awesome to hear. Yeah, awesome.
We've got a vested interest in monitoring your ADD medication now, just to keep you on focus, mate. Because we know how intense you're going to bring the ideas to the table.
Oh, man, I feel like a little late.
How's the windscreen on the jumbo looking? I heard it's been getting a bit of whiteboard marker on it lately.
Oh, I've had to change colours because you start brainstorming and you go off for it. Even my nipper's writing it down in the notebook. I can wipe it off and keep going.
Are you putting any bolts in while you're doing this, or?
Oh, I'm bending a lot, man. I'm making them hockey sticks, I'll tell you.
and you actually posed the question to Bonnie, didn't you, about potentially, giving up the jumbo and seeing if you just be at home full time, but it wasn't well received, I heard.
No, nah. She's like, don't you dare stay here full time. You need to go away for 2 weeks at a time. You need to be away long enough that I miss you, and home long enough you need to go.
Yeah. No, I think that works for us too, mate.
Well, mate, it's absolutely sensational to have you on board, Cobber, and we're bloody so excited about the whole thing. Gonna be good. It's just gonna be fun, I think, is what the word's gonna be. Absolute. It's going to be a blast. So who better to spend that time with than yourself, I reckon.
Oh, I agree. And you know what, Matty? I might even get to meet you in person.
Yeah, we actually have not met him. You haven't met him either in person, have you?
Not yet.
I think it's I actually like it this way, Posy. It's like a mystery within itself.
Yeah. I took Posy through the morning select process. That's how we engaged.
Yeah. We should just stay online. You're probably catfishing all of us. We don't even know you exist.
Yeah, I'm in the Matrix.
Hopefully he doesn't look like Tucker's twin.
Oh, oh God help us.
I always say me best mate Matty that I've never met.
Oh, mate, we better let you get to work. I think anything else you want to bloody hit him up about? Any jobs you want to put on the list for him?
Oh, no, I think he's got that part covered himself, mate.
Oh, good chatting to you guys. Say hi to everyone, and
will do, mate.
We'll
We'll be seeing a lot more of you soon. Stay safe at work, Cobber.
We'll do.
I'll see you in November, mate.
Yep, November. See you then.
Yeah, buddy.
See you, brother.
Gotcha.
Right, there you go. The main man himself. What a bloody mate! Tell you what, I got excited once, and I knew I got excited, but I was sort of like, shit, the app chat group's going to be going off its head now because
he's ramped it up.
He's ramped it up because he's got some energy. Mate, great to have him on board. Fucking legend.
Like I said, we needed that East Coast presence. Someone, with contacts. Like I got contacts there, you got contacts there, but needed someone there, and and again, someone that's got the industry respect. And to me, I'm trying to bring the average age down and get back down in those, age demographics that I'm probably past, and that, as Jennifer pointed out in her comment with my profile picture.
Is she coming in to participate for the body?
No,
I forgot to give her hit her up.
No, I thought, the picture said, 51 looked pretty good. But yeah, to have someone like Poz on, just his standing and what he does, it just adds to, the values of the team. And, like I said before, probably going to go down as one of my better recruitment coups in my career. You can't help just buy into the energy and the enthusiasm that the bloke has.
I did. I rang him the other day after he got notified, and I said, "Look, mate, great to have you on board, but I've been working for a lot of years to get adopted into this family, so I don't think you can fucking come in and cut me grass on this, mate.
Yeah.
Know your place."
I think subconsciously he's doing a pretty good job at this stage.
Well, so I said, I guess we're looking for post-Christmas. Get ready, everyone, because we're in the final stages of development, and when she's ready, it's going to be all go. So we'll be knocking on doors. Can't wait.
Well, I think that door knocking it sort of started a little bit already. Well, as soon as we let Poz off the chain, he's already got a couple of doors knocked down. Obviously, there's a few across here. Probably last part of November there'll be a little bit more BD done. We're also going to look at chucking up. For those who need an incentive and everyone loves something for free, we're going to chuck a few. Which I'd consider pretty reasonable sort of prizes to draw at different stages of people on the platform.
Because we obviously want to get the platform populated early, and there's going to obviously be a period the growth period for when the employers and the employees side both grow. So it's the platforms, starts getting filled up with a lot of content. So in the interim, we're going to entice people with some
there's
some
definitely some enticement there. And, I think even in the early stages, like while we're building the numbers on both sides, proportionately it'll still work. If there's only X amount of jumbo operators on there, well, there's a less in the pool, and same in the company-wise. Look, November, we should be starting to show a hell of a lot more. December, we're hoping to be, that's the launch time.
Yeah.
Make it or break, really. It's going to take some buy-in from the industry while we build it. Create mining's own field. At the moment we branch out to everywhere. This year brings it in a bit more into that mining group.
Yeah, and I think it's the old brand is if it's made by mine, made by a few busted ass jumbo operators, and the Bowden offspring engine room that's probably bringing some professional organisation to it. Because if you, me and Poz were just spitballing, it'd be an absolute shit fight. We'd bring a lot of structure into the much needed structure into the organisation.
No, I think the girls in the background at the moment, as it rolls on, they'll probably come more to the fore. But yeah, look, I think again we're going to have fun. It's exciting, and where we sit in 12 months' time, only time will tell. But there are a few sleepless nights, and not from stress or worry. It's just really excitement to see what we've sort of come up with, and how the industry and both sides find it, and hopefully, if it goes half the way, some of the external people that have come in and had a look and given us some devil's advocate and some advice here and there. Hang on to your socks.
Yeah. Good stuff, Bowdo. Cheers, mate. And we'll be in touch. I'm excited. Can't wait. It's Mine and Select, everyone. Get on board for the free prizes when they come out.
Yeah, it's a pleasure.
Be well worth your while.
Yeah. Thanks, Matty.
Did you hear that, everyone? Called me son.